test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test.
Oh, shit. Block, block, block. Let's go, let's go. Man, it's hot as fuck in here.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And here we go. The Super Bowl of Madden Ultimate Team is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, Roethlisberger.
Damn, man. Can I get some pressure?
Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again on second and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete.
Fuck.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. To throw again is Roethlisberger.
Oh,
they'll set
come
up the
on.
screen to Elliott. A gain of 19 and picking up
Fuck.
the
Why didn't I
first.
just go for the tackle?
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available.
Lucky fuck.
When you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a first down.
Get greedy.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A handoff left to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's not always as trite as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Justin Houston with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So now on fourth down, Chuck Pagano turns to the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. And Folk's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Man, I don't care if you're broadcasting.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Play clock winding down. Taylor, Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
It was an instant sack. I took 2 steps and I was fucking sacked.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fielded at about the 28. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Second down following the run. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability, and I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A give to Elliott running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. David Emerson able to bring him down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. A dump off to Elliott. No gain on. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And Folk's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down following the incompletion. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Now Taylor to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Let's go.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen for Henry. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
Now Taylor on first down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Again, it's Taylor. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Taylor. And Watson has it right side. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be first down Bears. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Goes underneath for Henry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry as the first half is winding down. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And it's up and good. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now Taylor to throw. Benjamin's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. And incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw.
That's
and this
a
one
good
caught
pick,
by
man.
Delaney Walker. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger
right there.
body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now at Soldier Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Elliott. Room here to run. Fighting through. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought
That's
down
fucking
after
laughable.
a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Rolled
What
out.
is really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Halfback sent in motion. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Steps
Again,
away to his left.
guy's in
The left
position,
side
and he just gets
completion to
fucking
Jones.
stupid and fucking doesn't
23
catch the
yards
ball.
on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll give to Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
What the fuck? Better not have got a loss. That's all I fucking know. What? Okay, well, that's awesome. Game didn't even fucking register. I'll waste my fucking time with this bullshit.